guys, it's Sahur. Welcome back to my channel. So I told you that I have a really exciting video coming up, and here it is. I hope you're really excited because I'm going to be doing a full face of Fenty Beauty. I just got back from the press event. The press event started at 8:30 a.m. and it is right now 11:59 a.m. So I got home from the event around 10:30 and I just wiped all my makeup off and I started filming this right away because I wanted to get this up for you as soon as possible. Now, as of when I am filming this, the Fenty Beauty website is not live yet. The website goes live at about 3 p.m. so my goal is to finish editing this and have it up before 3 p.m. so you can kind of see a little bit of review of the products before you buy it online. Before I get started with this video, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Instagram, which is... Thank you. So I was super honored to be invited out to the Fenty Beauty and Sephora Singapore event. I also have a little pamphlet here. They give these out at press events so you have more information about the product and you know what you're talking about. Fenty Beauty is 100% cruelty free, so those of you that only do cruelty free shopping, that's great news. So I do have one of pretty much every product in the entire range. The only ones I don't have is the blotting paper, the primer, and the individual brushes, but I do have the sponge. So I'm gonna get into my makeup tutorial demo, first impressions and all that right now, and I'll show you how I use the products and what I thought of them. So I wiped off my face makeup and I went in with this Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. The shade I'm using is 330. Now, there are 40 shades, so it was a little bit tricky to get shade matched, but it's also easy because there were so many options, but that also made it tricky, you know what I mean? The foundation comes in 32 ml or 1.08 fluid ounces, which is a little bit more than the standard foundation, which comes in 30 ml. The foundation does oxidize quite a bit when I was trying to get shade matched by the artists at Sephora. They applied a couple of different shades to my neck, and first they applied this one and I was like, no, I don't think that's the color. And they went on to apply 2 or 3 more, and then this one ended up matching me, so I came home with this. The collection also has a sponge, and I'm not joking, this is like the softest sponge I've ever touched. It is cheaper than the Beauty Blender. As of right now, the Fenty Beauty website is not up, and I do not know the prices of these products in US dollars. But I do know the prices of these products in Singapore dollars because they were in the press kit and I bought them for that much. So I'm just gonna have to go buy Singapore dollars and you can exchange. And I'll put the Fenty Beauty website in the description box so you can check it out and see the prices when they're up. So this sponge, now that I've used it, costs 26 Sing dollars, which is actually a lot cheaper than the Beauty Blender. The Beauty Blender costs about 31 Sing dollars. It does say that you can use this damp or dry. It says you can use it dry if you want fuller coverage and you can use it damp if you want more buildable coverage. So I put that to the test. I used it totally dry with the foundation and I got really good coverage. At first it was kind of splotchy and you could see this part, you know, like the top where it gets cut off, you could see that kind of imprinting on your skin. But as you keep blending it out, it honestly disappears into nothing. And the finish is so beautiful of the foundation. I wanted to put the sponge to test a little bit more, so I went and I dampened it, and you can see like it basically squeezes into itself. It's so soft even when it's dry, and it's just even softer when it is damp. It did pick up a little bit of product, but I really don't think it absorbed that much at all. I have to say I am so impressed with this sponge because I honestly had no expectations from it. I only bought it because it was like cheap and I was like, you know what, maybe it'll be one more thing I can compare, but this is such a great sponge. I definitely do like it better than the Beauty Blender. As for the foundation, a little bit about my skin. I have really dry and acne prone skin, so matte foundations, as much as I love them, I am also terrified of them because not only will they kind of cling to the drier patches of my skin, they'll also emphasize my acne, which I really do not want. But I'm going to show you a close-up, and I did not have this issue at all with this foundation. The finish is matte, but it's also kind of a blurring matte. It gives the skin kind of like a really soft finish, almost like it's Photoshop, but not. This Fenty Beauty foundation has a really matte finish that stays put, and it just makes your skin look and feel so nice. I really love this foundation. I feel like I'm gonna be using it a lot. Next, I'm gonna be using the Matchsticks to conceal, highlight, and contour. These have 7.1 grams of product or 0.25 fluid ounces. So honestly, if you're buying these, I would just recommend buying the foundation if you can to highlight and contour, because the price difference really is not that much and you get literally 4 times the product. Now these are really matte. I was not prepared for how matte these are. I know they say everywhere that these are matte skin sticks. That's basically their name, but I was not prepared. And I have really dry skin and I did not moisturize before I started. So at first I was a little bit like, okay, what have I gotten myself into? Because these are really matte, honestly. If you have oily skin, this is a dream come true for you, because it will just glide onto your skin really, really easily. For me, with my dry skin, it wasn't gliding on as easily as I'd hoped. Then to blend it out, I started using the sponge, and then it started to look really beautiful. It blended out really easily. It suddenly wasn't so matte anymore. It became a more comfortable matte. The pigment was still there, it blended beautifully, and again, it did not cling to any dry patches in my skin. I don't know if that's the magic of the sponge or that's just the formula of the stick, how it blends out, but after I blended it out, I really, really liked it. Then I used the contour stick. As for me, I really liked the contour as well. It applied really nicely. The formula was the exact same as the highlighter, and it blended out beautifully. It was really matte, just like the highlighter, and yeah, I really do like the finish. It stays put, and I don't really know what else to say about it. I'm trying really hard to find something I don't like so far, but I am honestly struggling. The price point is really reasonable. I mean, this foundation costs 50 Sing dollars. The NARS Sheer Glow foundation costs 73 Sing dollars. This is probably one of the cheapest foundations in all of Sephora here in Singapore, which is crazy. And it's so good. So one of the steps of getting the Fenty face is blotting. They set this at the event as well, and they have kind of 2 products that they want you to blot with. One is this beautiful kind of powder. It is white, but it doesn't transfer white in the skin, so maybe it's like a pressed translucent powder. The shade at the back just says Universal. It's called the Invisimatte Blotting Powder. You get 8.5 grams of product, which is 0.3 ounces. Give me a second. All that talking made my lip gloss rub off. This powder does come with a little puff, so first I was applying it to my face with the puff, and it's really soft. There's no whiteness on your face. It becomes the color of your skin upon impact, and it sets your face. Again, it does not cling to dry patches, does not emphasize skin texture. The reason I am saying this again and again is because it is such a big deal to me, someone who grew up struggling with acne all her life, you know, and I still have that issue. If you open up any of my videos, that's what all the comments are about. You know, you should take a break from makeup, you should do this, you should do that. So it's so important to me that there is a range out there that caters to people of color and also people with not that great skin. I also used a brush to set my face with the powder because the puff was taking a really long time, and I do normally use a brush. It doesn't matter how much I put my brush in the product, there wasn't that much kickback and it still didn't look cakey. There wasn't any kind of white streaks on my face. Amazing. The formulation of this is fantastic. It truly is invisible, as the name suggests, Invisimatte. I wanted to put on this beautiful kilowatt highlighter in the shade Trophy Wife. Now this is a green gold highlighter and it looks more gold on the skin. Depending on your skin tone, it will look different on you, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's perfect for festivals. It's, you know, perfect for more editorial avant-garde looks. but it's not that wearable, as you can probably tell. It looks stunning on Rihanna. I already had another highlighter that I also wanted to try, one of the duos, so I put this on my eyes. I love how it looks. I feel like it really makes my brown eyes pop. It complements them in such a nice manner, and it does have little flecks of glitter in it, which again worries me because textured skin, but it wasn't really an issue. I did apply it on my cheeks at the actual event and it looked really, really nice. Then for actual on the cheeks highlighter, there are two formulations in Fenty Beauty. One is the Matchsticks. They're stick highlighters, and then they're also powder highlighters. Now in the stick highlighters, I have two shades. One of the shades is Trippin'. It's a really nice kind of rose orangey highlight, and then the other shade I have is Starstruck. It's a more kind of ivory white kind of highlight shade. So first I started applying Trippin' to the highest points of my cheekbones, and it is beautiful, but it barely showed up on me, which is a good thing. I am happy about that, because if the highlighter is barely showing up on me, that means that it's good enough to highlight for people that have a deeper skin tone. So I didn't mind that all that much, especially because I had Starstruck. So I started applying Starstruck to my cheekbones. So I started applying Starstruck. I can't say this word. So I started applying Starstruck to my highest points of my cheek. I started applying Starstruck to the highest points of my cheekbones. Beautiful shade, and it is also really, really matte. It's not like a liquidy skin highlight. I used a little bit of the sponge and my finger to blend it out, but honestly, there wasn't kind of much blending out to do. It blends into the skin really easily and almost instantly. So that's really pretty. Then I used one of the Kilowatt duos. This one's beautiful. It has two shades in it. One of them is more of a satin finish and one of them is a more shimmery finish. Here are swatches of both. One of them is a little lighter and the other one's a bit more peach pink. I put the first one on this cheekbone and the other one on this cheekbone, and I don't know if you can tell the difference. I definitely feel like this one has a little bit more peach rose gold-ish, and this one is a little bit more the ivory kind of highlight. I also used a little bit of the peachish one in my inner corner just because I thought it was so pretty. So that is the complexion done. I tried pretty much every product in the Fenty Beauty range. I'm really impressed with all of them. I am trying so hard to find something I do not like, but they're really good. Yeah, the price is reasonable. The products are great. The packaging is beautiful. It does get dirty a little easily, especially if you always have dirty hands like I do, but you can just use a wet wipe or a damp towel to clean it off. Packaging is also really sturdy. The compacts have really nice mirrors, not like bad mirrors, but like really nice clean mirrors. Foundation is amazing. It kind of became such a nice color and it just matches me perfectly now. Everything is really good. And what I love especially is the finish of it on my skin. You know, it really is not emphasizing my acne no matter how much highlight I've got on. It really makes my skin look really, really good, which is worth its weight in gold, honestly. And these products aren't even that expensive. So the last product that I'm gonna be trying in the Fenty Beauty range is this gloss balm. It's a universal gloss that they've come out with, and it's called Fenty Glow. It's kind of a medium coverage brownish gloss with shimmer in it. So the color of your natural lips does peek through a little bit, but it gets a more brown nudish tint and a little bit of sparkle, and it's so beautiful. Because this gloss kind of has a medium coverage, you can see the color of your base peeking through, which makes me think that this would also be a beautiful lip topper if you applied it on top of any lipstick. It is stunning. It smells like candy. Very, very nice. I like it a lot. So overall, I am so impressed with the products and the way they look on my skin. Their price point is really reasonable. The packaging is good. The products are honestly very nice. I was gifted some of these by Fenty Beauty and, you know, Sahur Singapore, who invited me out to the event, but I also bought a lot of these myself They only gave us a couple of things and then I kind of bought everything else so I could put together a video of everything else in the collection. I really feel like a lot of these products will become staples in my collection and I will keep using them again and again. If you want to see me use them again and again in tutorials, follow me on my Instagram and I'll promise to post more on YouTube as well, hopefully. So please give this video a thumbs up because it's been a lot of effort, and if even one of you found this helpful, it would mean the world to me. That's all, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. I'll have the links to all the other social media you can find me on down below.